Welcome back, ARK players, to a brand new video. Now today we're going to be talking about probably the biggest topic in the ARK community right now. I've seen a whole bunch of ARK YouTubers talking about it. I've seen you guys commenting it in my comment section, all over Twitter, everything like that. And today we're going to be having a debate, breaking it down, and I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on this too. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as it really supports me. And before we jump into the video, a quick word from today's sponsor. ARK the Animated Series Costume Pack is now available for ARK Survival Ascended. This massive pack is a vibrant lineup of creatures and characters, ensuring survivors have a full set of skins based on ARK the Animated Series. This pack grants 109 total costumes, 77 exclusive creatures, 4 exclusive characters, Jane, Chava, Rebel Mei Yin and New Armor Mei Yin, plus all Dear Jane costumes, 18 creatures and 10 characters. You can purchase the ARK Animated Series costume pack on your chosen platform. You can find it on the PS5, the Xbox Series X and Steam. ARK the Animated Series Season 1 Part 2 respawns later this year, featuring Russell Crowe as Core the Prophet, and 6 episodes in Part 1 are available to stream exclusively on Paramount+. Here's a few clips of me having a dance and trying out a few of these skins in the game, and they look seriously cool. So make sure to click the links in the description down below if you want to find it for your chosen platform, and thank you very much. Okay, so yes, we are talking about Unreal Engine 5.5 and the launch of Ragnarok. Obviously being the biggest topic that we've ever seen in the ARK community for a long time, because many players have been waiting. There's been constant updates, constant delays, and people are getting a bit sick of it. Now, one of the YouTubers that I saw talking about this as well was GP. As you will see up here, GP has said, feeling like UE5.5.4 will arrive with Ragnarok. If so, bad mistake for a map launch. Now, this again has been talked about so much. I've been getting it in my comment section loads, where you guys do now believe that UE 5.5 is going to drop as a package update with Ragnarok, and it will launch with a trailer saying ARK's Ragnarok Ascended launch and UE 5.5 launch. Now, I'm going to share my opinions on this because I feel like it's an interesting scenario if Wildcard decide to do that. Obviously, you know, the launch was meant to be between April 15th and May 15th. I actually saw a comment with someone saying to me that, Dom, oh, you know, that was just a guideline, or that was just a, you know, a time frame they've given us. It doesn't mean they actually have to hit the date. And I was just thinking, yes, they don't have to hit the date, but why give it to us in the first place if they can't ever hit a date? And like, that's what it is. I mean, I don't know how many times I've said it before, but when I read that comment, I agree with you. It's like a time frame that they've just sort of trying to give us, but like it still needs to launch within that time. Like, people just want them to launch something on time for once. So my thoughts on the Unreal Engine 5.5 update launching with Ragnarok is, I personally think this is a bad idea. The only reason why I say it is because even Studio Wildcard know at this moment in time how much that this this Unreal Engine update is going to break a lot of stuff about the game, mainly mods. But obviously, how many of you guys truly in the comment section play the game without mods? Is there any of you guys that actually do that? Because I don't think there's many people that play without mods. I could be completely wrong, but I think they're played on most people's consoles or PCs, in my personal opinion. And with this dropping on the launch, if this does drop with Ragnarok on the launch of the map, this could truly be a really, really rocky launch day. And I do not recommend Studio Wildcard to do this, because there's so many different factors you got to take into place. So one of them, I've said, no matter whether you run a cluster like myself, no matter whether you run a server just for you and your friends, or you play solo, you play single player, no matter what, this Unreal Engine, especially if you have mods, is going to break the game in some sort of form. What I mean by that is you don't know what mods are going to be supported at the moment, and the mods that aren't going to be supported on launch will crash your save. Now, that doesn't mean that your save won't be fixed if you remove the mod, but the problem is you're having to go through, especially if you're on single player, you're going to have to like literally guess what mod is breaking your game at this moment in time. For me, running the LoadedCrysis cluster, I have my log files, and for anyone who's running servers as well, so I can work out with my log files what mod is causing the issue on our servers. So it's going to be a real shame if they do, in my personal opinion, decide to launch Ragnarok at the same time as Unreal Engine 5.5. Us as players, we need time to sort out save files, we need time to prepare, and even us asking for 1 week is the most important thing possible for the game. Now, I want to stress, I love ARK, I love the devs, I'm friends with a lot of the devs as well, and they're great, and I know that's why a lot of people comment saying, Dom, you know, all you do is you just, like, love up wildcards so much and things like that, and that's not the case. I think if you know and you've watched my videos for a long time, you'll know I always just say the truth. And I do believe that, to be honest, ever since ASA launched, they promised us better communication, which has not been the case, which has been really, really bad. They said that they had learnt over the last, like, 8 years, when ASA was launching, all the mistakes they made with ARK Survival Evolved, and that in the new ARK Survival Ascended, we would see improvements because they, as I said, they said they learned from their old mistakes. And if we fast forward to where we are now, the same mistakes are still being done. Some of the same bugs that were in ARK Survival Evolved are actually still in ARK Survival Ascended. And, you know, the communication has been woeful. We do thank Studio Wildcard sometimes for a big bit of communication on some sort of matter. Like not long ago, they talked about why the Unreal Engine upgrade needed to be delayed from March to April or May. Which is great, and I'm glad that they do that stuff. But one of the biggest things that they promised us was that communication would be better. And sometimes they've not got news to share, and that's understandable. And sometimes, yeah, it's better to just maybe not say anything than. But I just think maybe just saying we'll give you it, just saying a couple of words on it. You know, like this is what I said. The most recent community crunch, just saying like, oh, you know, like Unreal Engine 5.5. I know this is where I know you guys have come to this crunch from Unreal Engine 5.5. Unfortunately, we're still hard at work, and we're hoping to bring you an update soon. Just saying that would be better than just going completely radio silent, because I think that's why Studio Wildcard sadly create themselves quite a toxic environment sometimes. By the way, I'm not saying it's all down to Studio Wildcard. There's just some really toxic players in the gaming industry, but also these kind of like when things are quiet, when people feel like they're a little bit left out in the dark, they don't know what's going on, that creates a toxic environment. And I believe that when they actually get better with communication, and if one day they're actually better with launches and, you know, sort of being transparent with the community, I generally believe that side of the player base would improve. Now, I do believe overall ASA is the better game. Now, I know that is going to truly annoy a lot of OG ARK players. I'm an OG ARK player. I played since 2015. And the only reason why I say is I do believe it's the better game. I don't believe it's optimized, like, you know, like, but the potential is going to build it to be a better game. Console players will agree with you more than anything that, you know, the addition of the mods was fantastic, because on ARK Survival Evolved, they didn't have that. But the crashes, the issues, and all of that kind of stuff ruin the potential that this game has. And that's why everyone is so hungry for this Unreal Engine upgrade. I don't think I've ever, in my whole 10 years of doing ARK content, I don't think I've ever seen the community so starving for this update, because it's just so important that we get these optimization updates. And the thing is as well, it's not only are we waiting for this update, but Studio Wildcard also need to deliver a good Unreal Engine 5.5 update, because that's again what's going to be next on the agenda. Once we actually get the update, it feels like it's never going to happen, but once we actually do get the update, then people start judging, and I will be doing it myself, how the game actually runs, and if it's smooth and if it's nice, and if it actually has made any improvements whatsoever. That's going to be really critical to the success of Ragnarok, to the future of Ark Survival Ascended. And I'm telling you, if they manage to release a really good engine upgrade here, and it actually sees a major improvement to performance and like less issues, they will stabilize their player count a lot more, especially riding off the launch of Ragnarok 2. So I'm calling you out here, Studio Wildcard, to please, I know if you're taking that extra time to make sure it's perfect, at least take that extra time and prove that it's going to be perfect. We're all sitting, twiddling our fingers like this, sitting there, or twiddling our thumbs like this, waiting for the news. Anyway, guys, I am going to be sort of trying to cover as much news as I can out of the Discord over the next week. You'll probably see a lot of modded content, as it's probably going to most likely be a quiet week. I'm not expecting the Unreal Engine upgrade. I'm sorry. I know it's going to upset a lot of people, but I'm not expecting it next week. And I do believe that our best hope is just literally all we can do is just wait for every Friday of a community crunch up until June 2nd. But I'll see what you guys think in the comment section. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video.